Hey Virgo, what's up? Right, let's see what you can expect to happen this week when it comes to your love life. Um, I know it's fairly late, so yeah, watch it if you'd like to. But don't watch it also and then pass comments below, oh, it's so late, why did you upload it? So then don't watch it. And if you're watching it, deal with it. Alright? This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's have a look at what you can expect to happen in your love life. Rose can be reversed anytime, so feel free to switch those energies, vice versa. This is for Virgo. Okay, let's see the current situation. Okay, alright, Virgo. Now, what I'm getting out here is that in the current situation, Virgos, for a lot of you, what you're doing is that you're no longer wanting to take up the responsibilities of a relationship or of a connection. Okay, something's becoming heavy, and you do realize the fact that the more you are trying to do, the more work you're getting. Okay, so it's wiser to just drop the responsibility overall, because that responsibility is now no more fun. Something is becoming more of a burden, something is becoming more of an unnecessary task, and one person is taking up the entire load of the connection. So you feel it's just wiser to drop it. Okay, so I do feel in the current situation you're dropping some responsibilities out here. However, dropping the responsibilities is one thing, but being able to speak your mind, very clearly, okay, to speak what's on your mind and let the other person know, like, this is okay, this is not okay. What you're doing is, in fact, what you're doing is you're too scared to rock the boat. So it's like, I'm not going to do it, but I'm not even going to tell you that this is okay, this is not okay. So clearly you are getting fed up of a situation, Virgo. However, you are trying your best to give this person the silent treatment and let this person know that they are doing something wrong. Okay, so you're like literally waiting for this person to have that self-realization, rather than giving them a piece of your mind and making them realize that this is wrong and they should be changing their ways, or that you're walking away. What you're doing right now, I feel, Virgo, is that you're trying your best to keep peace. You're trying to avoid a fight, trying to avoid drama, trying to avoid probably even a divorce, but you are trying to maintain peace. Okay, you clearly don't have a solution right now. You're not really moving towards a solution in the current situation, because a lot of you, the solution would be to cut this person off. Okay, but again, that solution is going to create a lot of drama. It's going to involve too many people. It's going to be like, okay, now what about this, now what about that? I mean, that's going to be a big deal for sure. Okay, Virgo, so for right now you just feel it's best to avoid confrontation and just keep the situation as peaceful as possible. But I don't feel you are happy. You are still not happy. Okay, you're not choosing peace, you are choosing avoidance. Okay, see. Yeah, I mean, literally a permanent ending needs to take place, but you may not be okay with this permanent ending, because this permanent ending is going to probably make you lose some kind of stability, some kind of security that is attached with this person here. Virgo, a lot of you, your stability, your financial stability, your financial security, or there is something out here that makes you feel like this is all I have. If I let this go, what's going to happen next? That's the kind of anxiety that is holding you, that is keeping you away, okay, from letting this person know, like I said, speaking your mind truly, okay, or like just cutting this person off, or just like coming off with some kind of constructive criticism. Some of you, I do get a divorce out here, okay, but you're trying to avoid it as much as you can. There could be financial insecurities or dependency out here. Now, dealing with your person out here. Now, whoever you are dealing with, Virgo, this person out here is all over the place. They're all over the place. I do feel this person does want to make things right with you, but there is a very heavy sense of dependence this person has, and the dependence could be on anything. There is an idea there is a thought, there is a person, there is a pattern, or there is just something that this person is hanging on to. Okay, there is something that they're holding on to and they need to let it go. There is a very strong sense of surrender, very strong sense of sacrifice that needs to be made by this person so they can be with you correctly. But looks like they don't want to make that sacrifice, but they are making unnecessary sacrifices, like they're pretending to be happy where they are, whereas they're not happy without you, or they do want to be with you the right way. They're not seizing opportunities. Now, one of the reasons this person may not be seizing opportunities is because they don't feel they're ready, or then they're just waiting for the entire ceiling to fall on their head. That's when they're going to act. Okay. I do feel this person has a lot of heat in them. It's like, I want to do this, I want to do that. I'm getting a lot of pent up energy here. Okay, but the energy is not being able to be released. Why? Because they are not taking any action. It's not action oriented. Their energies are not action oriented. I'd say you're at least doing something, but they're not taking any action. It's like, okay, I want to do this, I want to do this, like a get set, but there's no go. Okay. Yeah. This person out here does realize the fact. Now, for some of that there is a chapter that is over in their life. Now, either there's a chapter over between you and this person needs to release you, or then there's a chapter over in their life, or this is like a pattern. This person tends to keep repeating the pattern. Yeah, I do feel this person realizes the fact that there is a breakup or there's a divorce headed in the near future between you and them. However, they are clinging on to you. This person's very, very clingy. This person's very clingy. They are very attached. They are desperate. They are desperate in the sense where they are codependent on you. They don't have any sense of emotional independence. They are very, very dependent on you. Like they're too fearful of being lonely, being left out, being alone in life. They don't want to be alone. So they'd rather be with you in a damaged connection, relationship slash marriage, rather than be completely by themselves. So they can't be alone. And that is their biggest problem. But they do know that the chapter is over and done between you and them. They know it's over. But they try their best to take shortcuts. They keep taking shortcuts to take the relationship or marriage or commitment back to how it was. But it's just irreparable. It's irreparable. Okay? Unless they make any strong moves, which I don't see they're doing. Now, before we move forward, if you need a person reading, you can email me on tarotwithnimo@gmail.com. Let's see future actions, you and your person. Okay. Now, what's happening is that by the end of the week, day by day, you are seeing the truth of a situation very clearly. Okay. Earlier, maybe you were playing Switzerland. Okay. Earlier, maybe you were trying to, like that there was like this inability to make a decision. You were trying to keep the peace. You were trying to choose the middle ground. It feels like you are able to see exactly what needs to be done. Okay. There's like absolute clarity by the end of the week that you get. However, you don't speak up towards injustice. You don't speak up for what you don't think is fair. This person out here is being fair to you, is being unfair to you, and will continue being unfair to you in the near future. I don't see you as speaking up. I don't see you standing your ground. I see your defense is very shaky. Okay, and I do feel there's a lot of confusion out here. Confusion, or there is doubt. You're again. It's the same thing out here. You know you're doing the right thing. You know you will say the right things. You know that you need to walk away now. However, you're choosing to keep all that truth to yourself. So you're suffering in silence. Yeah, you're suffering in silence because moving forward, cutting this person off or having a fight and disconnecting from this person, separating from this person, no matter how toxic the situation is going to lead to a new beginning, which is already there. It's already there. Whether you like it or not, there is a new beginning coming in. The universe is telling you that the new beginning is in front of you. Now, it depends on how you're approaching the situation. Either you take it in all your stride, like, okay, I have a new beginning in front of me and I'm going to be very powerful, I'm going to be very courageous, and I'm going to take this risk and leap of faith and move forward courageously. Or you try and make the situation work out with this person. You're doing neither. You're not trying to work it out with them and you're not moving forward also correctly. You're right in the middle. although you see the situation absolutely clear. You know that it's done. You know something's done out here. See, utmost clarity. Something out here is crystal clear like the day. Okay, however, again, you're also in a limbo. You are in a limbo. You are making an unnecessary sacrifice. They are making some unnecessary sacrifices. Okay, if they let that go, they can be with you. You are just taking too much nonsense and unnecessary bullshit you're taking from this person only because, again, there is a big sacrifice that you need to make, which is disconnecting from this person and starting from scratch. Starting from scratch by your own is a very, very scary idea. Okay, but you're going to have to surrender, which you have a hard time doing. The smallest hope that you get, what you're doing is now you're holding on to false hope. Anything small, randomly small that this person does, right? Like even if they reach out to you, or if they talk to you nicely, or if they kind of improve their patterns for a week, all of a sudden you start getting hope. No, 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 it's getting better, it's getting better, it's getting better. The truth is that it's not getting better. The truth is that you are desperate to stay in this situation, which is why you constantly find ways, reasons, which are not really practical and logical to stay in the situation. It's like, okay, yeah, maybe it's getting better. Maybe I don't have to move on. Maybe I don't have to walk away. Now, talking about your person, highly, highly emotionally immature. This person needs to grow up. This person is absolutely distracted. They may be distracted with someone else, or they may be very, very distracted with work, very, very fussy, very, very detail oriented. In the times where if a situation is not moving forward with you and them, no one else is responsible for this except them themselves, they themselves. They are not taking action. They don't take practical action. They keep daydreaming and fantasizing about you and them, and that's where it stays. They don't actually put in the effort to move forward towards you, and they still seem to be having a very, very hard time facing their deepest fears. Now, this person out here, Virgo, does clearly feel that if they choose to come towards you with a solution, you're still not going to listen to them. They feel that it is set in stone that you are going to dump them the moment you start to have an adult conversation. They know that the moment they open the can of worms, you are walking away. They feel there is no way that you are going to stay with them. So whether they come to you with a solution or not, they know you're walking away, so they'd rather just not talk about it. So there's a lot of avoidance out here. You're both avoiding. They're avoiding coming towards you and wanting to make it right. You're avoiding cutting them off completely because there could be some dependency out here, maybe kids, maybe family, maybe drama, whatever, and you're not walking away from them. See? They keep an eye on you, they're spying on you, they have a lot to say, they're just doing more research. But again, they are again walking towards you, choosing you over other people, okay, is an unknown territory for this person. They don't know what's on the other side of the mountain, and they're too scared to try, right? So they keep making stories in their head and keep trying to go back to their same old. See, still waiting, 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 being overly optimistic that this phase will go away, eventually everything will get back to place. So they don't feel the need to do anything in the situation, Virgo, anything. You are almost on the verge of getting out of this relationship slash marriage, but you're still going to wait a little more. But it's kind of done from your side. At least mentally and emotionally, you're done. You probably may just physically be present in this connection. Okay.